Damn! What you doing? You can't be doing it that hard. Katina was not whipping O that hard. Dang.
Woo!
You're going crazy with that. Power. Well, hello, YouTube. This is the Shonda Raphael watch list. It's my lovely wife, Shonda. I'm Raphael. And we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 10.
And before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe and also ring the bell so that you get notifications of when we've uploaded new videos. All right. The first of our 4 couples we're going to talk about from Married at First Sight is Katina and O.
Olajuwon.
Olajuwon.
And Katina.
And Katina.
Okay.
All right. So they had their moment with Dr. Viviana, who actually met with all of our couples this week. And she did not mince words. It was nice to see a counselor come in and just tell these couples what they needed to hear. And Olajuwon got to hear an earful. Basically, his coat got pulled when he was talking about his wife's mental capabilities and laziness and maturity as it all relates to housework. And that didn't set well with Dr. Viviana, did it?
No, it didn't. Not really.
So...
Well, you know, she came in and she goes, yeah, I've heard about what's been going on because she hears everything. So she really heard about the prior week and him bringing her out there to get her to cook and ended up breaking her and make her cry and all that stuff, you know. And that I guess he was carrying it a little too far.
Yeah.
Being insensitive.
Very insensitive. Very insensitive. And making Katina kind of close up to him. You know, they went through their session with her, and at the end it came out that, you know, she has all of these insecurities, and the way he approached her and the words he would use, his demeanor, his tone, was very problematic for her. They were triggers for her. And Dr. Viviana told him, you know, basically you using these triggers, that's not taking care of your wife. You know, you can say things to her, you know, that you want done or feel you need done and have the conversation with her. Yeah. But, you know, calling her these names, telling her she's lazy and all of this kind of stuff, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, that's not constructive criticism.
It's not at all. It's not at all.
Well, I'm not even going to say especially starting in a new relationship, in any relationship. That's not how you get what you want.
It really is not. It's not. And, you know, if he wants that meal that he wants every time he comes home, since Katina does work from home, he works out in the world, similar to how we did. This man here worked at home. I worked out in the world at a certain point during our relationship. And I always appreciated having a meal ready for me when I came home, you know.
Even if it was hard chicken.
Very dry chicken.
My chicken wasn't always dry.
Dry chicken and hamburger helper.
The hamburger helper was on point. That stroganoff hamburger helper was good.
You know, and I just had to give the man A for effort and kept it moving, and it kept us together. So sometimes you just have to look at the reality of your situation and adapt to that reality. You know, these archaic notions of roles and, you know, gender roles specifically don't always work. So you have to be prepared to make some adjustments. All right. So that's what O was schooled on. And by the end of that, he was like, Katina, you don't have to cook and clean every day.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
But what does he mean by every day, though?
Yeah, I don't know what that schedule's gonna look like, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. The next thing about this couple is they had what is it?
An activity. They had to do an
Yes,
activity.
they had an activity to do, and what Katima chose to do was have a movie night for her man. And it was really endearing. When he came home, it was a big surprise to him. And she had to make a point to let him know that I do listen to you. And I know this is something that you like to do. You're a homebody and I like to go out all the time. So I wanted to do this special thing for you. And she had his special candies and popcorn and stuff like that. And he seemed really genuinely very pleased with that. He was like, I really, really needed this. I needed this. So it was wonderful. It was wonderful to see.
Yes, I mean, I'm not convinced, right? Because he's saying that I want you to start cooking and doing this and that, and she goes and shopping. Last time she went shopping, she got a loaf of bread and some water. This time she come back with popcorn and candy.
Baby steps.
If she wanted to do something for him, she'd have came back and cooked something.
Baby steps. Yeah, because it looks like he came. I don't know if he came from work or not, but yeah. Anyway, whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. He was happy, put a smile on his face. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I see what's going on with I'm sorry, I'm just not convinced. That's just me.
Okay. Well, later on in the episode, they had a chance to explore their sexy side because Dr. Vivian gave them a box of little sex toys and things to play with.
You ain't got the sex toy. We got this, though.
Yeah. She had the little whip and she was like, yep, she spanked his butt. And it was much needed. Oh, hey, watch it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for that. So yeah, they got intimate. They got closer, I should say. There was an intimate moment. There were massages and things like that, and it seemed that it kind of helped Katina get more relaxed and open up a little bit more with him. But we shall see.
But didn't they have a little massage thing when they were on their honeymoon? Didn't they do a little massage thing? He brought her in the house and he had the rose petals all over the place and laid her down on the bed and they did the massage thing there. And now they acting like they never did it before. So I don't know. You know, it is TV. You got your show going on. They got to do what they got to do. But
it's been a minute.
I just want the viewers to be reminded because I always keep this stuff in my head.
He does.
So I know what's going on. You can't pull one over on me. You just got to watch that stuff.
Okay. So, yeah. Thanks.
I'm just trying to keep it real. Keeping it real.
Okay. All right. So our next couple is Jasmina and Michael. They just struggle along. Those two are just struggling along. I do find myself looking forward. Whenever I see both of them smile, it makes me happy. And so this episode, it opened up with them pulling a question out of a bowl. And the question was to share with me an embarrassing moment that you haven't shared with me before. And Jasmina shared a moment of being pranked when she was in high school, had to involve her period and all of that kind of stuff. And it was cute. The story that Michael shared was the Peepee Boy Story. And it was kind of a weird thing because as soon as he said, did I tell you about the Peepee Boy? Jasmina burst out into laughter. And he says, no, you're a bully. I'm not going to tell you this story. And he kind of laughed. But then he questioned her with a very straight face. He questioned her as to why she was laughing. And for a moment there, I was like, is he about to get mad? I was like, oh my God. So hopefully.
That boy is so insecure.
Because you just don't know about him.
I know he just got so many insecurities. It's crazy. He just always worried about somebody making fun of him or something.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with that Peepee Boy story. I don't know that it went the way he said it went.
But yeah.
I think he had to go potty when he was, 6 years old or something.
Yeah.
And the teacher wouldn't let him go, so it just came out. And a lot of kids have that story. It just came out.
I think I was a Peepee Boy one time. I think I don't know. But I ain't no Peepee Boy now, so I ain't worried about it. You can joke Peepee Boy all you want.
Hey.
I know I ain't peed in the bed in a long time.
Okay. And I'm sure he hasn't, to my knowledge, he has not.
There we go.
So hopefully Michael's Peepee days are behind him. But they seem to have shared a nice moment of laughter. And I like to see that couple do it because I'm hopeful that they will find a way through all these communication issues that they've been having. And that's one segue into their time with Dr. Viviana. And oh Lord, Dr. Viviana just has her work cut out for her. So with them, the main thing in that interaction is that Michael was sharing how difficult it is for him to actually communicate or tell her, things. He wants to know how to approach her. He still wants to know how to approach her when something is going on. So Dr. Viviana suggested that Michael himself, write a journal.
She said, why don't you write a journal and share it with Jasmina?
And share it with her. So
let me get with her and say, you know what, baby? Let's write journals. That's what the doctor said. We both got to write a journal.
I'm introducing a new tool.
Yeah.
And Jasmina couldn't have rolled her eyes any harder. I think it would have got stuck in the back of her head if she had rolled her eyes any more
I don't need
harder.
to write a journal. But
she goes, I have no problem with communicating, Michael. I don't need to write a journal.
Like I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
I don't want to. That's communication.
I don't know what more you want from me, Michael. So he just kept making an issue and he tried to make it into something else. He turned the journal assignment that he was given to a journal assignment for them to address the matter of them interrupting each other while they were having the session with Dr. Viviana. And it didn't have the journal had nothing to do with the interruptions. It had to do with what he was expressing as his problem with communication. It was a solution for him. It wasn't a couple solution. And then he started making it into, I have to do all the work and you don't have to do anything. It's like, Lord. So she had to take a time out.
With Michael, I think the core problem, right, with Michael is he doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't hear.
She told him to do that journal and share the journal with her. It came out he didn't hear that. All he heard was a journal or something, but he didn't hear that, and he brought it to Jasmina as you do it. But not only did he not hear what the doctor says, he doesn't care what she said, because he said, I don't care about the journal. I
don't give a F about a journal. It's like, but then you don't care about fixing this problem that you keep telling her you guys have.
Yeah, and this is why. So everybody, all you Philly people out there that are ragging on Jasmina and saying she got a cold heart and she's mad at him all the time and this and that, put yourself in her shoes. If you're with somebody that don't listen and you got to constantly tell them the same thing over and over again and they keep coming with the same question, how do I communicate with you? How do I communicate with you? And you keep telling it. Well, after a while, you get tired. And this girl is so tired of this right now. And she is trying. Yeah. And I see that. A lot of people don't see that like I see it. I know I would be tired right now.
I didn't see it at all. We've had so many conversations about Jasmina, and I keep saying, why do you keep bagging on Michael? Look at Jasmina. Jasmina's tone is this. Jasmina's face is that. Jasmina. But really,
she tired.
Yeah.
You can't. You barely know this person, and you gotta. It's like you have to. She got in this to be with somebody so they can have fun and they can have conversations. And the conversation shouldn't always be about their relationship and how can they move forward and how do I need to be. What do I have to do to talk to you? That would be so tiring.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'd be like Jasmine. I'd get up at the couch and start stand over there and wait by the elevator. I'd be like, I can't do it.
Well, we have to kind of think back too, because I think he just got off on the wrong foot with that whole accusation about her cutting him off when she did not do that, and he was insistent. You know, I mean, early on the honeymoon, they just had these blocks, and while Jasmina says in this episode she's not holding any of that against him, we're starting fresh. You know, it's still, you still know what you're dealing with.
It's still there.
You can't just ignore it. That's not a reality. That's not what we, unless you have amnesia.
Yeah. There ain't no such thing because it's still there and she's still, it's building up and building up and building up.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as starting fresh. I know it sounds good, but there's really, and it's, if one party, I know it's the show and they only show what they show us, but every time we see him talking to her, like with the dog thing, he went and brought the dog stuff, you know, and they were supposed to just be sitting down in the grass having a good time. And then comes out his mouth, what do I got to do? You know, how do I communicate with you and this and that? It's even if he is sincere about getting there and asking her those questions because maybe he really doesn't know, there's a time and a place for everything. And you can't dig that into somebody every time. Hey, baby, what I got to do? How do I get through to you? How do I talk to you? How do I get through to you? How do I do? What do I do? You tired, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. She tired. So give Jasmine a break.
Yeah, y'all stop with the Jasmina hatred because it's not warranted. And he could have so much fun with her if he would just chill the hell out.
Like she could be a fun girl.
She does. She doesn't really have a filter either, you know, because it seems like her and Lindsey kind of get along. She laughs at Lindsey's stuff, and she can be a little, you know, she can be without her filter too.
Yeah. And
her jokes are funny. At the end, when she did the little, you know, give me my props for not interrupting you, and he would only give her a fist bump, and she goes, "What's that?" And he opens her hand, and she gets that slap. And she just laughs. I love that. I think Jasmina is a lot of fun. And, you know, he needs to see that and just chill the hell out. He's
not a chill type of guy. He's not chill. He's not smooth. It's hard. And it's hard for me to deal with somebody that's like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And I know it's hard for my wife. And I try not to be like that. I try to just be smooth and just be like, what you doing? What we got?
You do these videos. Yeah.
That's it on that.
Well, no, we do want to touch on their little task of getting together. So they did Tantra yoga. And so they're feeling on each other and leaning on each other and, you know, getting all close and everything. And it was really nice to see because they do like each other physically. They're physically attracted to each other. Mm-hmm. So, you know, hopefully that would be the beginning for them to maybe reboot. So our next couple is Moy and Steve. Not a whole lot happened with them that we, you know, really need to spend a whole lot of time talking about. They seem to be getting along. They have a lot of chemistry, sexual chemistry together. They've been enjoying each other. Unlike our previous couples, they haven't so much consummated their.
They had their little talk with the doctor. With
Dr. Viviana.
Yeah, Dr. Viviana. And what I got from Steve was he was kind of fishy there, right? Because he was trying to tell her that if I go to work, you're not gonna have this clean house. You're not gonna have this food cooked for you. If I gotta go to work, your life ain't gonna be as good as it is right now.
She's
He was
like,
threatening her with a hard life if he got to go to work.
yeah.
And she's like, that sounds like excuses.
Yeah,
it don't sound like an
she is.
excuse. It sounds like he just straight threatening her.
Yeah.
If I got to work, I'm not going to do no cleaning or nothing. I'm just going to work.
Right.
It was just kind of unfair, right? And because he has to clean up after his own self. He got to do that. He got to feed himself. So what's going on here with Steve?
I don't know, but if he doesn't get off that, because it's not in the cards for Moy to be the breadwinner of a family of 4. Because remember, she wants to have 3 kids, and she must have 3 kids. She's not going to be the breadwinner. So I don't know what Steve's thinking. He's not listening to her.
Yeah.
He's not willing to compromise because what he wants to do is get these creative juices going. We haven't seen anything that he creates. I don't know what he creates.
What does he do?
Yeah, I don't know what
he like Tommy on Martin. What you do, Steve?
What's
he doing?
We kind of
right now. All he does is cook and clean, and he seems to be pretty good at it and takes pride in it.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to stop. That's what he wants to do.
And it's, and if he's pursuing some sort of artistic expression, there should be evidence of that.
There should be.
She should be seeing that.
Or writing or something. Right. She should see something that he's doing, and she's saying there's nothing.
We haven't seen.
And right now, he kind of got her on that. Oh, I told her I loved her, and he said he loved her.
That
and
was
she's
too
happy.
fast after the
and I love
fast.
you. And then on the next episode, but if I gotta work, life's gonna be hard for you because I ain't gonna do none of this stuff.
That's what he said.
I'm sorry. That's just the way I see this stuff. I watch them and that's what I get.
Yeah.
So
during their segment, they did write down all of their fears and they burned them.
Oh.
Okay, and here are Moy's fears.
He burnt up his work application.
So Moy said her fears are not surviving as a married couple. She fears opening up. She fears the future. And she fears that he won't love everything about her. And Steve wrote, we won't grow and adjust in the way we need to for each other. Again, that's that nudge. Look, you won't let me stay home for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So, and then the expectations that Moy has of him, maybe they're not. Yeah. Again, he's just scared that he won't be able to stay home and not work. That's his biggest fear.
But he could, if it's not to stay at home, he just got to do something, right? That's what I thought.
He can work from home.
Yeah, I thought he had something going on. He can work from home, and if he's doing art or something, and if he's good at it, can make some money at it, and doing something, then do that.
Yeah.
It's all work. You got to work at something.
You got to work at something, but I don't know.
Cleaning the house. He told me they got a 1-bedroom apartment right now.
They all make it seem like they have it
if I gotta clean the house, if I gotta work, I can't clean the house.
We have 2 stories here.
Yeah.
And the floors are wide open. I can't just clean. It would make all the sense in the world for me to say, I'm going to sweep half the floor today and half tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to cut half the grass.
Oh my gosh, these little apartments that these folks have. It's not that hard, y'all. It's not that hard. So, but what was I going to say? Oh, the next thing, they shared their fantasies too. So, poor Steve. He just wants to take a shower. He wants them to take a shower. And Moy laughed at that because it was kind of pretty. He wants them to take a shower together.
They ain't took a shower yet?
Wash each other's bodies. I'm surprised that they wouldn't because they've consummated their situation.
They've been doing it. They took no shower.
I don't know. Maybe not together. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm with that too. But then she wants to get down in the Burger King bathroom apparently.
Or somewhere
in
semi-public.
She ought to do with driving down the street or On a bridge? What's she talking about in a public place?
She just doesn't strike me to
In the
look like the
movies?
type, but I
She
guess.
want to do that to movies? Well, she strikes me as a type.
Does she? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
she
read
strikes
people
me as a
differently.
type. Yeah.
I read people differently. So, yeah.
You just gotta, I know the type.
Oh, you do.
She the type.
Okay. So, Moy and Steve, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how they work out. I just don't. Moy's not gonna budge. She's not gonna sit there and work and look like she's taking care of a grown man. That's just not. That's not in the cards for her. So, good luck, Steve.
Good luck, Steve.
All right, our final couple. I always save them for last because Lindsey annoys me. So it's Lindsey and Mark. Anytime Lindsey's on the scene, I have a hard time looking at her. I have a hard time listening to her. Because she's just so, she's just draining. Her whole energy, her whole vibe is just not something I would want to be around. I don't know how the other ladies do it, but I just can't be around. I couldn't be around her. But needless to say, this is their segment. They met with Dr. Viviana, and Dr. Viviana asked them how it's going. And they looked at each other and burst out into laughter. And Lindsey was louder, of course, than Mark, because she's got a lot more to laugh about because she really did a number on him in the bowling alley and all of that. And so Dr. Viviana, let him know, I saw it all, and this is just terrible. I saw it all, and we got to do something different. And but I do know that you guys are intimate. How did that first time go? She asked him how their first time with their intimacy went. And Lindsey, what did Lindsey say?
Well, first Mark said that it was he enjoyed it. He said it was nice.
And Lindsey said she didn't enjoy it.
She said it was okay for the first time.
Okay. Oh, and then she followed it up with, I thought he could handle me.
Yeah.
Because she has such a blown up ego about herself. It's just a monumental ego. And I just, no humility whatsoever. No humility in sight with this woman. So anyway, Dr. Viviana, kind of corrected her and said, look, you can say that a little differently. I don't, it didn't hit her ear well. It didn't hit my ear well. It didn't hit anybody's ear well. She's always talking, trying to puff herself up. So, my question was, I'm like, what could you possibly be doing in bedroom that somebody couldn't handle you? Are you hanging from the chandeliers? What is so magical about your hoo-hoo that this man couldn't deal with, So it was really confusing to me.
Yeah, and so it's probably, there are some guys that they just hit it and quit it, they get their 3 minutes in, they get theirs and they roll over and go to sleep, and then she's probably feeling like she needs to be handled more.
Okay, I can see that, because I was really concerned, because I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem, so
You don't.
I don't know. So, yeah.
She'd be like, when you gonna stop? Do we have to do it for 2 hours this time?